Hello everyone, in this video I want to review Module 1, Week 1, what to expect and some of your responsibilities. Right now I'm looking at our course shell and I'm going to access the Syllabus and Schedule tab. This is where you'll find the course calendar. You want to make sure that you've downloaded the course calendar. Make sure you have it downloaded in electronic format or printed out. There may be a time when I would have to make adjustments to the course calendar, but if I do so, I will let you all know. So have this printed out. Notice the last date of revision. Whenever I revise the course calendar, I will make a change to this. Before I go into the course calendar, I want to mention something about the course theme: literary analysis, critical thinking, and research. So you should check out this document. I have it open and I'm going to open my screen right now. So a literary analysis refers to a response to a work of literature, its theme, a character in a play or story, or a work's historical or cultural context. So in a literary analysis, you would cover something like a literary argument. An argument in a literary analysis, an attempt to persuade someone to think or act in a certain way. So typically a literary analysis will make use of the following, which I've outlined here. Then critical thinking. Of course, that term is hard to define, but we have some features of it which I've outlined. In this class, we'll be talking about engaging in reading critically, so textual annotations, evaluating evidence, recognizing logical fallacies, understanding the basic of logic, and so on and so forth. Writing critically, that involves understanding arguments, employing rhetorical appeals, polishing arguments, and so on and so forth. Research writing, what is that about? Well, all about finding information to explore ideas and ultimately make arguments. So the capstone project of the class is your research paper, and when we get to that stage, you get to do research about what you're interested in. Hopefully it's related to your major or interest. So there is research planning. You are going to submit a research proposal. You are going to explore or find sources. You will be evaluating source credibility, organizing your research, as well as learn how to avoid plagiarism and citing your sources. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell of the theme of the class, which I've tried to summarize in this table. Now let's go into the course calendar, because that contains information I want you guys to know, especially regarding the work you'll be turning in this class. So the course calendar I've already opened up is right here. Now this class starts on October 14th, but I've decided to open the class a week earlier. That's to give you time to work on the course orientation. And of course, I know this class may feel overwhelming, but I think this gives you a head start to try to get some work done so that you're not pressured to do all the work on the first week of class. Now, I suggest that you do the course orientation, the Blackboard orientation. Make sure you know what you need to turn in, such as the syllabus quiz, statement of understanding. None of these are due until week 1, because technically that's when our class starts. But if you want to get a head start, why not? Go for it. And if you want to start working on week 1, go for it. But we are not at that stage yet, but I just want to make that opportunity clear and available to you, just in case you want to get started on time. Now, the college's advisors, instructors who are teaching online, to make our course available a week in advance. So that's what I've done. So make sure you go through the course calendar, because this would inform you as to what I'm expecting from you in this class. Now, I want to mention something about the course calendar, the way I've structured it. Notice how it's organized by tags. Notice the check boxes. That is intentional. I think it's good for you to also be able to check off boxes, because when you check off boxes, I think it gives you a sense of accomplishments. So if you've reviewed the syllabus and course calendar, you can check this off. If you've done your reading on avoiding plagiarism, you could check that out. So it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you use a checkbox and you're also able to mark it. So this is a practice I learned in grad school. So we have in week 1, for instance, we're covering introductions, analyzing digital images. You'll find this information in the under 2 ways you can get this information, either by going to the course materials tab right here, clicking on weekly reading and materials, and going to week 1. Or you can go into the learning modules tab, make sure you read the subject headline for this folder and what you can expect from this module. Click on it. Notice that there is a module activities folder. Well, that refers to materials under week 1, and there you go. And here it's brought you to the course submissions and the materials you should read or consult. Okay, let's go back because there is more activities. The discussion board prompt. Obviously this tells you something you need to do, which is the autobiographical profile, which is graded. And then of course the other discussion board posts on evaluating and responding to images. There are 2 of these. So all of these 2 will be completed in the discussion board forum, which can be found here. So once you complete this, the autobiographical profile, the next post you need to complete is evaluating and responding to images. There's a part 1 and there is part 2. Okay. Something else I want to discuss is for you to remember what I'm expecting from you as a diligent student in this class. Make sure that you review the syllabus again. If you haven't, I covered it in my orientation, but it was very brief. You want to pay attention to major assignments and responsibilities, communication policies, information about the writing center, student resources, and other important information. Let's go into the course calendar, course syllabus again. I think I went over it too fast the last time. So I'm using my table of contents to navigate this. Since this is an online class, you want to be sure that you have the course textbook either online or a physical copy of it. The technology requirements, make sure you have that, because that's going to help you navigate in this class. Take note of resources on campus. If, for instance, you have a documented disability, you want to work with the access and access. Let me find the name. It's called Access and Disability Services. So you should be given an accommodation for it, and the Access and Disability Service will reach out to me. Now this information is confidential, but it will get to me since I'm going to be working with you. I also want to cover that when it comes to writing in the 21st century, a lot has changed and a lot has happened. Many of you are probably aware of ChatGPT or artificial intelligence chatbots such as Microsoft. Microsoft has got its own version. I think it's Microsoft Copilot. Then there is Claude. Different AI chatbots that one can use in this day and age to cheat. My policy is I don't want you using a chatbot. Why don't I want you to use a chatbot? because this is a writing class and we'll be focusing on the writing process. Since this is an online class, I cannot monitor what you do on the chatbot. If this were a face-to-face class, maybe I could offer you some guidance if you are going to use a chatbot to write. But for the purpose of this class, I'm not asking you to use it. Notwithstanding, it doesn't mean that you cannot use it in your own personal affairs or outside of this class. Just remember that you're responsible for whatever you decide to use. And if I do find evidence, significant evidence, that you've used a chatbot to write or generate your essay, such an essay will be penalized. Again, there are more resources that you should contact. I strongly encourage you to utilize the library. If you're having issues with computer, seek the technology loan request. Apple has Chromebooks to offer students. If you believe you have other writing needs, this academic support center has the tutoring center that can help you with your studies, and much more. So this syllabus is actually more than a syllabus. It's got information to help you succeed in college. Please take advantage of it. I've also had the dates that you can mark or save in your calendar. Okay, so take advantage of that information that is given or provided on the document. Any questions, comments, concerns? Feel free to reach out to me. As you're looking on my screen, I have recorded the course orientation. You should watch this course orientation. This video in particular is a review of week 1 and what you can expect. The next video I'll post is probably going to be in the next week or 2. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.